Om Shanti. For coming few minutes, let's sit in sweet remembrance of Baba. Withdraw your attention from everything else. Allow your body to be still and comfortable. And gently bring your attention, your awareness towards the shining bright star in the center of the forehead. Start having a beautiful conversation with your own core qualities. I am purity. I am power. I am peace. Right now, my mind is integrated with its own divine qualities, core qualities. My mind is engaged in having one-to-one conversation with the self. My mind is accepting, realizing, experiencing its own highest divinity. I am peace. I, the soul, belong to ocean of peace. This awareness gradually takes me, gently takes me to the place where I'm entitled to be, the place where my Supreme Father Shiv Baba and I, the soul, dwells with my Baba. Come into the awareness of Param Dham. This is the place where I have been. The experience of this place is not new for me. Even this is the deepest, corest experience. This eternal relationship. This experience. I'm experiencing my original qualities. I am in my original qualities. In my home, my sweet silence home. Again, gently come in the awareness of shining bright star in the center of the forehead. Om Shanti. today let's reflect on few points of Murlis. In today's Murli, Shiv Baba has said, "Sweet children, constantly maintain the happiness that God Himself has become your teacher and is teaching you Raja Yoga, not Praja Yoga." Today, Baba has made us realize, made us again revise the course which we are going through. The course is Raja Yoga, as the name itself showing the yoga through which we become Raja. Raja, king, ruler. And the Raja has very harmonious relationship with the Praja. So Baba says, when you become Raja, when the soul come in the consciousness that I am king, I am Adhikari, Raja, then you start having the harmonious relationship with all your senses because this is your first Rajya. Your first Rajya is your senses, your mind, your intellect, your sanskars, and on the five senses of this body. So when you come in the consciousness that I am Raja, I the soul is king, then these senses are entitled to follow the direction of the king. This is your first kingdom. With the Raj Yoga, we first become Swarajya Adhikari. We first become win over the Raj, the ruler of this body, of the three senses, mind, intellect, and sanskar, subtle senses. And the result of this Swarajya is that we claim Vishwarajya in future coming golden age. So Baba says, sweet children, constantly maintain the happiness that God has Himself come and become your teacher and teaching you Raja Yoga. Baba is revising us our aim and object. In the next, Baba has said, you children should have very elevated intoxication, and then raised a question, whose children should have this intoxication? The children of unlimited Father who are spiritual children. So Baba has made this thing very clear that the children who know the spiritual Father, the Supreme Father, they are only entitled to have this elevated intoxication. In world, people have intoxication, but they have intoxication of what they have acquired. Their outer beauty, their outer achievements, position, possession, their communication with the people in the higher status. And all such intoxication bring ego consciousness and hence depletes the energy of the soul. But you, the children, our intoxication has no connection with the worldly things. It is integrated with the qualities of the soul. It is integrated with my original self, my eternal relationship with the Supreme Father. And this intoxication elevates the soul at every step. The more we are in this spiritual integration with the core self and with the Supreme Father, we are getting elevated at every moment. So we are only authorized, we are only entitled to have this elevated intoxication. And today Shiv Baba has made a very beautiful conversation with we children. Baba have said that only you children understand that your unlimited Father is the same one who is called God. People have been remembering God, people have been thinking of God. We also used to give the title God. Now see, from the ages, it's a very deep thing to reflect upon. from the ages, we all have been calling out God. We all have been thinking of God. God can be like this, God can be like this. In our own perspective, we were defining God. God is an entity, God is a personality who simply is. We are not supposed to define God. God is. We simply need to understand Him and to know Him, not to define Him. So when spiritual father Shiv Baba himself descends, then he reveals his introduction in front of his children. And a very simple introduction is, children, my spiritual children, I am your father. I am your unlimited father. And when we start having this one to one personal relationship with Baba, then our journey of defining God shifts to understanding and knowing Father. Till the time God have not descended, we all were defining God. Our journey was to define God. And when He descends, He introduces Himself, then our journey shifts from defining God to knowing Father, to understanding Father. And then that's why Baba have said that you are the only children who know that He is the same unlimited Father to whom you used to call out as God. Fine. Next, Baba says he has come with three roles as father, teacher, and Sadguru. Baba says the teacher will teach you until you pass and reach your karmatit stage. Until then, you have to continue to make effort. You have to become free from karmic accounts. So, Baba has made this clear that I will take you to Satyug, no matter what. I will take you towards your karmatit stage, willingly, unwillingly. Baba has said, teacher will teach you until you pass and reach your karmatit stage. So you willingly or unwillingly, he will take you to karmatit stage. So Baba has made this thing very clear that, my dear child, I have come to create a world where the karmas are called the akarma. So immediately after this study which we are doing, the golden age has to come. And the golden age means where the definition of the karma is akarma. Akarma means neutral karma. So we are practicing neutral karma in this Sangam Yug only, in this confluence age only. And practicing akarma means practicing karmatit stage. See, karmatit stage doesn't mean that situations will not come. It doesn't mean this at all. Karmatit stage simply, and it also doesn't mean that atit from the karma, not doing karma. We the souls, when we descend on this earth to play our part, this stage is called the Karma Kshetra. So here we do not have choice of not doing karma. We do not have choice of not doing karma. Even when we are in Satyug, which is called the Akarma life, the life where the karmas are called the Akarma, there also we do karma. So we do not have choice of not doing karma, but we definitely have a choice to choose elevated karma. Not doing karma is not a choice on this karma kshetra. So Baba is making us to do elevated karma, and with this elevated karma we will become the embodiment of the karmati stage, And for the 2 ages which are about to come after this study immediately, the karma will become a karma where there is no punya, no pap. So how we are experiencing, it doesn't mean situation will not come. Situation will come, but our response towards the situation will not be of disturbance and of creating more karmic baggages. Our responses will be of settlement, and we will not be engaged in our responses. Engaging in the response means we are carrying the effect of response in the next moment. So karmatit stage means not getting engaged in the influence of the karma, not getting engaged. I have done good or I have done bad, both are engaging with the karma. I, the child, belong to Supreme Father. I have done only what Baba Srimad says. This is not getting engaged because you are simply following someone's direction. So karma teeth stage is this, where you are not engaged in the influence of the karma which you are doing while any situation comes. Fine. And this practice makes you embodiment of karmatit stage. Now, one more thing Baba says, I am the ocean of knowledge. I come cycle after cycle to teach you Raja Yoga. So Baba, the ocean of knowledge, comes cycle after cycle for what? To start a new cycle. And this also means to end the old cycle. So this is the time, start of new, end of old, and this is the time, the junction, where Baba introduces us with our both the new and the old images. Right now, where we are is our oldest. When we say reference point is Satyug, then this is the oldest costume, and the newest costume is Satyug, the costume, the first costume. So Baba has made us. That's why Baba in today's Murli, after this line, I come cycle after cycle to teach you Raj Yoga. Baba after this line has said that if you call 84 births of Krishna or 84 birth of Brahma, it is the same thing. But this is the time where we can see our old and the new image both. And the new image, the image of the first birth, the complete deity. Sola Kala Sampurn Nirvikari Maryada Purushottam. So Baba has shown us both our old and the new image. This one is the oldest one, and the first one, the deity, and has given us again the aim to become the new. So again, one more thing Baba has made us remind many times in today's Murli. There should be great love for Father. What a beautiful line it is. There should be great love for Father. Baba remind us again. Our power of remembering Father, it is our authority. We are entitled to love our Father. It is our right to love our Father. It is only we, the children who know spiritual Father, we have the power to love the Father. So we need to use this power. We just keep on using this power all the time. And very beautifully, Baba have said today, you are now sitting personally in front of the Father and you understand me. You remember the line Baba have said, my dear children, you are now sitting personally in front of me and you understand me that I am your spiritual father. You do know me, do you not? When we didn't know Baba, when Baba have not descended, we used to claim, if anybody do not understand me, he understands me. He knows me. anyone knows me, do not know me, he knows me. We used to claim a lot. Now, the one to whom we used to claim that he knows me, he is asking, do you know me? So ask yourself, after he has revealed his introduction to us, do I have any doubt? No, not at all. He is my father. Who else can be? Today, Baba have talked about the gifts. Very beautiful thing about the gift. Baba have said in in world, when the teacher teaches the teacher, the student give gifts to the teacher, but this is a wonderful teacher who himself has brought gift for us. He coming to this world is the first gift for us. He giving knowledge to us is the next gift for us. He giving love to us. Just make a list of the gifts given by Shiv Baba to you. And one more thing which Baba have mentioned in today's Murli, that always you should have this in your intellect that this is the Kumbh Mela. So people go for Kumbh Mela where they have this feeling that they will get purified there. But it's not the body who has done the Vikarma, it's the soul. But they go in the consciousness of body and come back and again go into that vicious cycle of the Vikarma because they are not aware that body has not done Vikarma, it's the soul. So, you children who know that I am a soul and I belong to spiritual Father, the Supreme Soul, again, you are entitled to become pure. Again, you only have this authority to always remain in this consciousness, to always have this consciousness in your intellect that this is the Kumbh Mela and I'm getting purified every second when I am in remembrance of my Supreme Father. Next, Baba have made us realize the importance of time as well. Dear children, don't waste this invaluable life that is like a diamond. The invaluable life, the life which is like a diamond, after chasing after shells. Do not waste this invaluable life chasing after shells. Death is standing just ahead. Therefore, use everything you have in a worthwhile way for spiritual service. So, this is, we need to talk to ourselves that what Baba is saying, my vibration, my thoughts, my habits are matching to Baba's Srimad. Okay. So, the blessing is, may you become an embodiment of attainment by experiencing all the powers with me. Awareness, all the powers with the awareness of having all rights will finish dependencies. Baba have said, in world, people feel powerful, people feel happy, people feel um, successful after attaining something. And our journey is other way around. I am successful, I am happy, I am peaceful, I am embodiment of all the attainments. We start our karma with this consciousness. And when we start our karma with this consciousness, then we will not be dependent, our dependencies will over. We will experience constant peace, constant happiness, constant success. And the slogan is, along with making yourself pure, to purify element is to be free from attachment. We are in this journey where we are making ourselves pure, and making ourselves pure has, it's like what you think, what you feel, do not only remain here, it vibrates. So making pure means you are entitled and you have even, it's your duty to make this five element also pure. For making the five element also pure, we should have detachment. Baba says free from attachment is also needed to make these five elements pure. When we hear the word attachment, we have very limited definition about attachment. We feel attachment is in relationship only. Attachment is with the five element also is there. So Baba says if you want to purify the five elements, experience freeness from, detach from these five elements, then only you can make them also pure. Om Shanti.